Hi guys, we're live. Wonderful. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I have headphones in here, so let me know if you can hear me all right. My lighting is a little wonky. I haven't been taking my light out. I put that in storage and it's on the to-do list. I wanted to do this week's energy reading for the 15th through to the 21st. If you would like your own weekly reading, you can go underneath my shop through horsemanreadings.com and purchase one as well until the 14th. If you want a message as well, feel free to say yes. I wanted to pull up, I have a theme card, and then I also have card number one, card number two, and card number three. So, even just energetically, feel free to pick. Happy Friday. Feel free to pick. So, I guess you guys can hear me well. Feel free to pick card number one, card number two, or card number three. And I'm not going to show you what the card looks like until you actually pick one. And thank you everyone who's followed me underneath TikTok because now I can do lives. I did my second live today. A lot of people watching on there. So that was a little bit overwhelming. So now I kind of know how to navigate that a bit better because I'm not able to get a reading out for everybody on those lives. So I thought, you know what, let's start doing some YouTube lives so that only people that are kind of in my circle or my group here can take advantage of that. Okay. So, how am I? Thank you for asking. I am doing very well. I'm going away for Mother's Day weekend. I'm going to go to the spa with my mom. I'm going to meet up with a really close friend of mine that I haven't seen in so many years, which is great. And she's a mom now. So, going to spend time with my sisters who are also mothers. It's my niece's birthday. A lot of birthdays going on right now. So, how are you guys doing? Let me know how you're feeling, what you're grateful for. What are you going to do for Mother's Day? I also have a Mother's Day special going on. So, you get a 15-minute reading slash healing. You get all the things that I offer that gets sent over to your email just as a little thank you. I do sell products as well, but I think I'm going to start educating people here and there on some of that apothecary that I do. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Candace says card number three. Okay, interesting. Valerie says yes. I think she wants a message. So, Valerie, right away, what I get for you is career is important to focus on right now. I know you weren't able to make my free master class. So, anybody that wants a free master class, it's underneath my beginner level for $11.11 with my membership. You can watch the replay, get all the theta healing downloads, and I still have 4 spots available for my Heal Money Blocks program. I also have my income program, which you can buy individually as well. That also is supportive for people who are starting to sort out what they're doing career wise. Okay. And some of our blocks that way. Because right away, Valerie, I get the career is really important for you. I feel like take the opportunities that are coming your way, even if it's not the full time job, even if it's just a part time or just something that the message I was getting is substitute teacher. When we want to be a teacher, we have to substitute, right? Also, even I'm allowed to substitute teach now because I have my degree because they had such a shortage of substitute teachers. So that's something I didn't want to do, but I could always fall back on to if I wanted to. So ask yourself, what can I fall back onto? What do I want to be doing? How do I get my foot in the door? That sort of thing. Okay, so just something to ponder on right now. That's why I'm really helping people with the money stuff because it's not just money, it's our intimate relationships. It's following our gifts, our passions, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing another free masterclass 6 at 7 p.m. So if you would like to hop into that, ask questions, take advantage, get into that vibe, I will be creating that at some point today and putting that up underneath my website. So if you want to join us, you'll have to go through the website and sign up there. And if you're following me underneath all my social media platforms, I do my best to get out and advertise things, but I don't like to bombard people with too much all at once. So my website and my link tree will help you out with that. All right, Valerie's saying two. Okay, so we've got a three and a two. Julia's saying yes. Okay. So Julia, what I get here is I'm hearing stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for more. So I'm getting that marketing and advertising feels important. It says that you have a podcast, I presume, because the word podcast is beside your stuff. So that might be related to even the energy of getting people on board a bit more with your podcast. I didn't even know that you had one. Um, so kind of what I was just saying is You have to let people know that you exist, right? You have to let people know, as I was saying, I don't want to bombard people, but what we really want to do is throw out the invitation for people, because if you don't invite somebody to your party, they can't come. If they decide not to come, that's fine. But that's what I'm getting is you've got to give people the invitations, okay? And you've got to keep them excited and keep them motivated and stay really active. So I'm not sure if that's related to your social media or what you're creating right now, but make sure you're sending out the invitations, okay? Especially to people that you feel like you owe something to. And that might sound weird, but the word IOU is coming up. Is there anyone that you feel like you owe something to? Those are the people you want to be sending out the free stuff to or the invitations to, okay? The people who have done you favors and solids, people who do get good energy out for you. All right. So relationships are also coming up there as well. So what you're going to see is we're creating a theme by listening to this stuff, right? Career, advertising, putting yourself out there. And I always get the message in here too. So also saying three. So we're getting some very creative people in card number three. We're getting some people who might need to go to their comfort zone with card number two. So excuse me. Also, I'm getting if you're card number two, you might have some throat chakra blocks right now. Might be related to trusting yourself a bit more. Finally getting rain, waking everything up. Yes, I know there's been a lot of fires and things, which is horrible, right? How Mother Nature has its positives and negatives, and what I get here is to not take life for granted, to not take anything for granted, because we get really caught up in the little stuff when anything can happen at any given time, and that's not to scare you, but that's why we're going through these awakenings and these changes and these energetic upgrades right now. I feel like everybody's starting to become more aware that people are dropping off the face of the earth. People are getting sick. Fires are happening. Like world events are happening. And it's not to create more trauma, it's to help people understand, to, I feel like, protect their energy, to speak their truth, to, I'm even hearing be conversationalists, start talking to people about important things to you instead of getting caught up in the drama or the negative cycles or the vicious cycle that the world is going through now. That is on point. Wow. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So it looks like everybody said um, their card. So nobody said card number one. I'm gonna pick card number two as well. So I'll start off here with middle world 36. These are my shamanism cards here. And so what comes up for the energy of this week as our group for card number one, two, and three is it's like the tree of life, the cycles of life, the joy of living, and the shedding of the skin. So this week, if you notice, there are people coming into your life. They're coming into your life for a reason. Who are these new people? I've had some really beautiful new people coming into my programs, into my masterclass, into my social media, and things like that. And again, it's not just about who's triggering you, it's about who's supporting you, who's helping you, who's inviting you to certain things. Um, who is helping you grow, who's helping you sustain your garden, who's providing seeds for you to plant, not just manifestation wise, but literally who are the people helping you grow food, things like that, are farmers. I don't know why, but farming's coming up for someone in particular, that to understand that connection that we have with the rain and with people who take the time to plant seeds for us as well and have access food and resources. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a week where you're starting to feel like your vitamin C in levels and things and absorption are actually going up. You're going to start to see that joy is coming in for you this week. You might find with your talents and gifts, there's some rocky energy there because you might be grounding yourself more and forgetting about, oh no, I still have to do X, Y, and Z because I like this feeling, but I also have to get back to work. I don't know if you relate to that at all, but do you find sometimes when you take a day off, you can get lazy? And it's like, oh, I forgot I had a job. Like, or I never want to go back to work. It's just because we're just starting a new season here as well. It depends on where you live. Let me know where you're coming from, where you live. I'd love to hear and what the season's like for you there. But we're definitely starting new chapters. We're healing, we're growing, we're educating ourselves as well. So if you're not educating yourself right now, it's a great time, even if it's through spring cleaning, just like going through your stuff and reminiscing, or learning to decorate, or looking into different colors and the chakra colors, just stuff like that. It's more about inspiration than it is taking these heavy course loads. Okay. So if you're interested in coming into my course, it's actually not a learning course. It's more of a learning about yourself course. Okay. And I like those because it's not about certificates, it's about healing and growing in our group and in our community and helping more people in turn. Oh, brown to green, flower sprouting. Yeah, sound is choppy, cutting out. Love that shirt. Okay, thank you. So is it still choppy? Just say yes, and anybody else that hears that, because these are my first time wearing these in a live, and also sometimes it's not that way for everybody. My internet is definitely rocky, and the new place that I'm going to be moving into, where I plan on doing my retreats next year, we're just getting fiber up there. They're just planting that seed for us right now. So thank God for that. Somebody's looking out for me because I definitely need that. Talking about resources and community, because we're going to be living in the woods, and it's going to be a great space for new people. So let's get into our cards. Okay, I guess I'll start with one, even though nobody said number one, but you're still probably going to relate to every card, just some more than others. And so if you're copying on, you'd like a message, just say yes. The holy mountain, but I almost said holly. So to me, this is talking about, if you're drawn to card number one, it might mean that your relationships are changing and you're growing emotionally, but spiritually you could be awakening a bit more. It says that you might be finding that you're not as excited about your life, or you're not getting as many adventures as you would like to have. So this is saying that if there is a recommendation for you this week, it would be to become a part of the party. So we're talking about invitations. Become the life of the party, or become a part of the party. Because if other people are surpassing you in your relationships, is because, I'm not saying they're outgrowing you, but it could be that it's time for you to get on top of your path, your pleasures, your passions, your joy. And typically there are other people who want you to be doing that too, so they can join in with the things that you want to do. As I was sharing kind of with some of my retreat goals, I already know that there are people that want to join me. So I'm thinking, you know what, I should start creating those now for next year to plant the seeds. Hello, Stacy. If you would like a message, just let me know. Pick card number one, two, or three. We have card number two coming in here, 39, the owl. If you're picking card number two, which I also picked, it's really a time of reconciling. So that might mean doing your books, which is interesting. I'm finally getting all my taxes done on Tuesday. Let me know how you connect to these cards as well. I would love to hear. It's really important to participate in the conversation, because that will kind of trigger more information as well when we're doing group setting work. Even though you get individual messages, this still is a shared experience. It's also talking about focus a little bit more, as I was saying, on the books. But I, like, for myself, I have 5% left of my book before I can like go publish that. And the 5% is just like lingering. It's on the to-do list. So if you have anything that you feel like you need to get done, this card is telling you it will get done, but sometimes you just need a little bit of motivation. So how can you uplift yourself to get those little tasks done that might even be feeling like they're weighing you down more than they need to, because we've got to let life flow. However, we've got to be excited that we're about to accomplish this goal and that it's going to be complete. So there's this form of celebratory energy for card number two as well. Okay. It's like, yay, let's celebrate, even though we haven't done the work, that the work is going to be completed. And by feeling into that, we're going to get more pleasure out of doing the tasks. Okay. I'm getting my paperwork ready for my business taxes as well. Okay. Yes. Yeah, and I do all my own accounting, so it's just like, probably putting more work on myself than I need to. I could get someone else to do that for me, right? So Stacey, maybe you relate to that as well, where you're sharing in on that conversation. Do you feel like you could be getting other people to help you more than maybe what you're currently receiving right now? Because I feel like you're manifesting abundance, but you could be asking for more support from others, from other healers. If you're in groups, you can say, hey, can you send me out good vibes, or can you send me prayers for this check to be for $6,000 or whatever it is, because when we are in group settings, that we can take advantage of the fact that people are willing to put good energy out there for us. Okay, so groups are really important for card number 2. I definitely relate to that. If you're picking card number 3, you have the witness. This is talking about having a little bit more fun, someone who's really spunky, people who might be surrounded by judgmental people, because if their energy is really high and they're around other people whose energy is low, you might find that you stand out of a crowd more and you don't feel as accepted. But a big thing that comes up here is you are accepted. You're just picking up on the energy of the other people around you. And so, just by being sensitive and feeling other people's lower vibrations, you might find that that's affecting, again, your energy field to some degree. So, it might be a good week for isolating a bit more and doing some of those work household projects for yourself. And I'm also getting that there are some past judgments that have been directed towards you. And if that's the case for you, this is saying this too shall pass. Just ride that wave. But if anything needs to be set in motion this week for you, don't be afraid to like nip it in the butt or just move on to different tasks and trust that you will come back to those goals that you have. Okay. In our 4-week money blocks program, I'll be all right. I've had a really busy morning so far. But in that program, we're really going to be focusing on goal setting in terms of pace setting. All right. You might be such an overachiever that you want everything to come in 1 week, or you might be the type of person where you don't believe in yourself enough and then you're not putting out the good juju that you actually need. Okay. I so relate. Okay. Perfect, Julie. So there are our cards. That's what we can expect for this week. Again, if you want your own personal weekly reading, you can go to horsemanreadings.com. You can now see it underneath my shop. So you purchase the reading. Also, if you want to send any questions that you would like answers to in relation to this week, like how should I direct my energy, whatever it is, when you purchase that reading, before or directly after, you can email me your questions, and I don't mind also answering those when I go to send you the reading. So I'll put that information in there for you. Also, the Mother's Day special ends, of course, on Mother's Day. And so I'm going to do my best to get everybody's out in a timely fashion. I do say 24 hours, but I do my best to get it out if I'm available as soon as I can. Okay, guys. So distant Reiki healings, also $45 for 45 minutes. That's going to be available until the 16th. So all of that app is under my website. Either you're going to see it through services or shop. I'm still sorting out my website, but if you have any questions, book in a free consult or just email me specifically, please. I don't always get back to my Facebook inbox messages because my social media is kind of wacky. I have a lot of stuff coming in and coming out. So your best bet is just emailing me if you have any questions. And then when I'm back to work, I'll actually organize my emails that way. Okay, guys? You have helped me so much. Thank you, Julie. And I'm celebrating you coming into our program. Again, we still have 4 spots left, but I'm really happy to see you opening yourself up to working on the abundance. It's extremely important. It's kind of what um, makes us feel grateful on a daily basis when we can start to see all the work that we're doing is worth it, right? That we're actually able to see the results. So perfect, guys. I don't see anybody else messaging. You are amazing. Tobin, Tobin. Just I need to laugh. I can thank you enough all your support and guidance. Oh, you're so welcome. All right, guys. So enjoy this beautiful, beautiful weekend. It's really hot outside already. So safe travels if anyone is traveling, because I'm sure there'll be lots of people on the road this weekend. So just be mindful of your driving and take care.